Threatening to take back COVID-19 relief funding, the Biden administration says Arizona is misspending COVID funds by punishing schools who require masks in their classrooms and instead rewarding schools who are ignoring federal guidelines.
As ABC 15 political reporter Mark Phillips tells us, it could cost the state millions.
Arizona has received approximately half of the $4.2 billion it's been allocated in COVID relief funds. Friday, the Treasury Department sent a letter to the governor's Office of Strategic Planning and Budgeting, warning it may start to recoup and even withhold funds because of Governor Ducey's refusal to stop programs it believes undermines mask requirements in schools.
My message to the Biden administration is, number one, we'll see you in court. Number two, fix the border.
The governor may sound combative, but this week, Omicron has wreaked havoc on school campuses across the state. Staffing shortages, at least a dozen classes in one district going back to virtual learning, mask mandates being reimposed, and the cancellation of hundreds of athletic events.
I personally don't even have my child in school at this point because back when the initial funding was allocated and the strings were attached, our school district opted not to have masking.
In dispute are two education programs. One uses $163 million in federal relief money to provide up to $1,800 in additional funding to public and charter schools. To be eligible, the schools must be open for in-person instruction and not require masks. A separate $10 million program funds vouchers worth up to $7,000 to help poor families leave districts that require face coverings or impose other COVID-related constraints.
We've stayed focused on it since. It's time to get our kids back into the classrooms. It's time to get our kids caught up. Joe Biden is trying to focus on Arizona and my job rather than his own job, his own failed vaccine distribution.
The Treasury Department disagrees, telling the governor he must redirect the state and local recovery funds to eligible uses. If Arizona doesn't comply, it may have to return the money it's already spent on the two programs in question. And it also risks losing the rest of its COVID relief funds. The governor has 60 days to comply. Mark Phillips, ABC 15, Arizona.